Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah if you're new here. I started this channel to document my journey becoming a single mother by choice by going through IVF after getting diagnosed with PCOS and endometrial cancer. I am now cancer free. But if you would like to follow along on my journey to single motherhood, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get updated anytime I upload new videos. So welcome to my 25 and 26 week bump date. Time really is flying in one sense, and then in another way, it's, it's been a long pregnancy so far, but I can't believe I'm 26 weeks already. I'm 26 weeks and 2 days today. So let's see, in my 25th week, what do you know, still having those dreams every night, very weird, vivid dreams. Something that happened this week, I hit 20 pounds of weight gain, officially, and that was a bit of a shocker, to see that number on the scale. I've never weighed even 10 pounds less than this, never even seen that number on the scale, let alone this. But I know that comes with the territory. I do feel like I've gained more weight than like a lot of people have by 26 weeks of pregnancy. I feel like 20 pounds is a lot. And I know like you gain the most weight in the third trimester. So I'm like, oh gosh, just a little nervous about that. And I also noted that the acid reflux was not as bad in the 25th week. And I think I said this last time, but I feel like my nausea is like almost completely gone. I just every now and then in the mornings will still get like a wave of nausea that comes about like when I'm drinking my green drink in the morning. And in the 26th week, still having the dreams, and I, for some reason, I've researched, and I think I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying Vasa previa. I think it's Vasa previa, so I think I've been saying that wrong. But I watched like 4 different YouTube videos on Vasa previa of pregnant women that had it, or they're not pregnant anymore, but they're talking about their birth story. Having it, and all 4 of them were admitted to the hospital. Their doctors admitted them to the hospital around like 30 to 32 weeks to monitor, like for them to live there, and they monitored them during that time. And then most of them had their scheduled C-section at like 34, 35 weeks. And they were doing like those, what are they called? Non-stress tests or whatever on them like 4 times a day. And a lot of them, I mean, the way they talk about it, like I know this is a serious condition, but I guess I just feel like I haven't been realizing how serious this is. And it's kind of scary to me. And when I was watching all these videos, like it just, all 4 of these women, their babies had to go to the NICU because they were delivered so early. And yeah, I got really emotional that day. It was a Sunday, I remember. And I just was like on the couch watching these videos all day and crying and just like super emotional and getting stressed out over the possibility of, first of all, like having to go live in the hospital for several weeks, like without having like Lily. Like I sleep with Lily every night and I am just so attached to her. I just can't even imagine like living in the hospital for like a month or more. I can't. Obviously I will do what's best for the baby, but it kind of worried me, and I'll bring this up at my next OB appointment, but my OB told me that he wouldn't admit me until 34 weeks. And that would only be if I was showing signs of early labor, like having contractions or something. Otherwise, I would just schedule the C-section like at 36 weeks. And then, as I said in my last video, the doctor that reviewed my last ultrasound checking on the Vasa previa told me that I could potentially go to 37 weeks, which I would love to be able to go to 37 weeks. I think that's considered full term. And I know the lungs should be done developing by 37 weeks. So I would love that. And I also think his birthday, if he was born right at 37 weeks, would be December 3rd. So it would be 1-2-3-2-1. And I just think that's so cool. I think that would be a cool birthday for him to have. But we'll see. Because then there's the other part of me that's like, oh my gosh, like if for some reason these blood vessels burst, like, because I just feel like, what if, I mean, his head, every single ultrasound I have had over the past like couple months, his head has been really low in my pelvis already, and he has not moved. Like he's staying head down. I guess I just worry, like, what if his head, like, and I don't know the possibility of this happening, but like, what if his head ruptures those blood vessels? Cause like, here's my cervix, here's his head, here's the blood vessels. Like, what if just by him, like, I don't know. It just scares me because, so I realized that if one of those blood vessels bursts, we have to get him out within minutes or he will not make it. And it's just so scary to think that. Because I live a half hour from my hospital. I wouldn't make it. Like if I started bleeding here, I wouldn't make it. So it's just really scary to think about that. So I had an emotional beginning of my 26th week. I have had a lot more Braxton Hicks, a lot more often, and stronger, which again, I've said whenever I've had Braxton Hicks, I mean, it's not painful at all. It's just an odd feeling, kind of uncomfortable, but not painful. Just a major, major tightening of my uterus, just gets really hard and tight and only lasts, actually, I'm having one right now. Sometimes I don't even know I'm having it unless I actually feel how hard my belly gets. But then a lot of times, like, they're so strong that I definitely like can feel it happening without physically like touching from the outside. But I have had those like many a day, every day, basically. Probably like, I don't know, 10 to 20 a day I have now. So there's that. And then my acid reflux kind of got worse again during this week, intermittently. I don't know. I should probably start paying attention to like what I'm eating the days that I have it bad at night to see if like there's something specific that I'm eating. I'm really trying to like be done eating by like 6:30 at night, because I found that like if I eat later at night, my acid reflux is worse. So I try not to eat too late. For example, last night I didn't have it hardly at all. And the night before it was pretty bad. There was one night in the 26th week that I woke up in the middle of the night, like woke up with the acid reflux, jumped out of bed because I had to go throw up, and it was not fun at all. So yeah, so the acid reflux is just really like hit or miss. And let's see what else. There's also like, I think it's round ligament pain. Sometimes when I'm walking around, I'm noticing just kind of like pressure / soreness in my pelvic region. Like just being sore down there. But it's weird. I don't know. I don't understand I don't know how to explain it, but, I think maybe that's round ligament pain. Maybe it's just like the pressure from his head being down there. And then really exciting, on the day I turned 26 weeks, I had my glucose test, my 1 hour glucose test, where I did the fresh test. I've talked about that in past videos, that I was a little high maintenance and said I really didn't want to drink the glucola drink because of all of the bad ingredients in it. And I found the alternative, healthy alternative online. That's 50 grams of non-GMO glucose, crystallized lemon, and organic peppermint leaf powder. And that's literally the only 3 ingredients. And It was so good. It was like the best tasting lemonade I've ever had in my life. A little too sweet for me. Like I do have an extra packet, and I feel like one of these days I'm gonna make like lemonade with it, but use like double the amount of water. But it was really, really good. But I passed, and I'm so happy. I was so nervous about that test because I've had glucose in my urine twice in my second trimester. And so I was so worried that I was going to fail my glucose test and have gestational diabetes. And just the thought of like having to be on a super strict diet and having to prick my finger 4 times a day, I just did not want that at all. I think my value was like 107, I want to say, and the range was like 60. The normal range was like 67 to like 136 or something like that. So I was like right in the middle. So really happy about that. The other blood tests I had that day, syphilis, a CBC panel, and what else did they do? Oh, they did a type and screen. They wanted to see if I had antibodies in my blood because I'm OH negative. I chose an OH negative, OH. I'm thinking of Ohio State, OHIO. No, O negative. My blood is O negative. I found an O negative donor, but my OB, when I had my first appointment with the OB, he was like, I kind of don't trust sperm banks when they give blood types, and I feel like we should still give you the ROGAM shot. But literally the only reason I worked so hard to find a O negative donor is because I did not want that shot. And so my midwife was like, well, let's just do a type and screen and just see if you have antibodies. So hopefully I can. And then I also called my the sperm bank and had them send me the lab results for my donor that clearly show that he has O negative blood. So I'm going to show those to my OB next time, and hopefully he lets me not have the ROGAM shot. Hopefully I'm saying that right, ROGAM. So that same day I had my glucose test. That was a big day. Oh, by the way, my syphilis test was negative. My syphilis results were negative. And the CBC panel, I had very, very slightly low, like it wasn't like really low, but it was low red blood count, which I think is typical in pregnancy. I think that means I just am a little low on iron. So we'll see if they want to add in another iron supplement. I am taking so many supplements. I really don't want to have to add another one in, but we'll see. But everything else was pretty much in the normal range, so that was good. But I also had, and I think I completely forgot to say when I talked about the results of my fetal echocardiogram, that the pediatric cardiologist said that I could have another fetal echo at 26 weeks, right? 26, yeah, right at 26 weeks, because my one before was at 23 weeks. And she said that if I wanted to wait 3 weeks and come back and have another one, that she would be able to know for sure. Like she didn't see any evidence of a vascular ring with the first one, but she said she would know for sure if I came back at 27 weeks, or my other option was for him to have an echo when he's born. And she said, so you can do one or the other. And she's like, if you're someone that's going to worry about it the rest of your pregnancy, go ahead and have the 27-week echo. So that's what I did, or 26-week echo. So I had that on the same day. And once again, she did not see any signs of a vascular ring. She saw that his heart looked totally normal. So that was awesome also. So I ended my 26th week on a very good note, passing my glucose test and having another good fetal echo. So that was awesome. So that's about it for my bump date. So I'm going to end the video as always with the bump shot. It's growing so much. hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. And as I always say, thank you so much for all your support and love. And I hope you're all doing well in your journeys, wherever you are in your journey. And I will see you on my next video.